What is up, guys? Winter Kills here. Welcome to a brand new featured archetype. We got some pretty interesting stuff here, actually. I know it's not super new at this point, but this is something I've been meaning to get around to, especially with me needing to get a bunch of videos ready for while I go on vacation, and this might go up while I'm gone. I'm not sure what stuff I'm going to upload in what order. I'm not going to schedule anything. I'm just going to pick videos, sort of upload on certain days. But anyways, we're looking at Dinowrestlers. I know they're not super new, but I haven't been able to really look at them yet, and I wanted to use that first look sort of in this video so you get my raw reaction of what I think cards are, how good they are. I haven't looked at any of these cards yet, and it looks like they're set to come out in Soul Fusion, which is super awesome. I'm going to be covering, or have already covered, the Danger archetype as well. I'm going to be filming that after this, but again, depending on what order I upload them in, is when, obviously, they'll go up, if that makes sense. All right, whatever. Anyways, Dinowrestlers. Let's look at them. Here we got Dinowrestler Systegose, level 4 Earth, and obviously this is a Dino archetype if you couldn't already figure that out yourself. Dinowrestlers, they're dinos, they wrestle, etc., etc. We know dinosaurs already have some really good support right now, so let's see what this boy is all about. 1900 attack, 0 defense, level 4 Earth. Sounds like a dinosaur to me. If this card is special summoned, you can add one Dinowrestler monster or one World Dino Wrestling from your deck to your hand. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn and your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can target one Dinowrestler monster in your graveyard except himself, special summon it. You can only use the effect of Dinowrestler Systegose once per turn. You can only use each effect. So if he is special summon, period, it doesn't matter how, he just special summon. You just special summon off a card, maybe like Miscellaneousaurus. You could also summon off a card like Baby Sarasaurus as well, or Petty Ranodon. You get to basically search a Dinowrestler card or the field spell, which I believe is World Dino Wrestling. So he's a really good searcher, and then if this card's in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn and your opponent has more monsters than you do, you can target a Dinowrestler monster in your graveyard except himself and special summon it. So I really like this card. It definitely seems like it's going to be one of the better cards in the deck. I can see it definitely popping off with a lot of other Dino cards. Now here we have Dinowrestler Capoeiraptor, Capoeiraptor, however you want to pronounce that. Level 4 Earth, 0 defense, 1800 attack. This attack position card cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay, so that's really good. And for the most part, I feel like you're going to leave him in attack position anyways because he's got 1800 attack, no defense. I feel like that's just common sense. If this card is attacked by an opponent's monster, it is changed to defense position at the end of the damage step. That is interesting. During the standby phase, if this card is in defense position, you can special summon one Dinowrestler Capoeiraptor from your deck. You can only use this effect of Dinowrestler Capoeiraptor once per turn. So it looks like basically the way you want this guy to survive, let's say they attack it once, it gets changed to defense at the end of the damage step, so it won't be destroyed then, because it'll be protected, because it'll be still in its, it'll still be an attack position during the damage step, but at the end it gets changed. And then if it survives to the standby phase, you get to summon another copy of it from your deck. So it seems very situational. I don't know how many copies of this guy you'll actually be playing in the deck, but maybe it'll be decent. But I don't know. It seems like you could really combo Systegose with this guy, because if this is in the graveyard because it was sent there the turn, this turn, and your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can just special summon. Let's say if this is already in your grave, let's say, for example, like a simple example, you Foolish Burial it or something. You can summon this guy out, and then, and it happens, usually, if this card is in your graveyard during the end phase, so you can just summon out during the end phase. He's probably going to survive during the end phase. The end phase is usually, like, the safest of all the phases. I'm just trying to make sense of how this would, like, work out in a real duel. So you Foolished him or something, just a simple example. And this guy was sent there this turn already. You can target him, summon out end phase. He'll likely be there during the standby phase if they don't have a negate for it, and you can just summon another one. That's a free rank 4 immediately, or link 2, however you want to go about it. So not terrible, but it seems a little situational. Dinowrestler Capoeiraptor. The P is silent, I'm assuming. Anyways, 1600 attack, 0 defense, level 3 wind monster. So we have 2 earths and a wind. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can target one monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. That seems very good, especially against going against a pretty big board. You know, you just summon them and be like, okay, you're gonna force out a negation, or I'm just gonna send something. It does target, but it does not destroy. So if they don't have goblin, you can pretty much clear. You can pretty much break a Goki board with that, right? Let's say you have like Chalice or something for their Tri-Gate. They gotta negate that, no problem. But most times they don't leave Goblin in the extra link, at least that I'm not familiar with, especially when they do the U-Link. Goblin usually doesn't stick around. Yeah, they usually don't keep Goblin there, unless I'm missing something. Actually, no, they definitely do keep Goblin there. So I guess this card's okay against that, but for the most part, it seems pretty promising. You basically, if they have more monsters, you can just send something, monster they control, to the grave, and then you can only use that effect once per turn. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard as a link material for the link summon of a Dino Wrestler monster, you can have that link monster gain 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. So that's nice. I do like that effect because they do have a link monster who has 3,000 attack, it looks like. So you can boost them to 4,000. That's pretty threatening, honestly. I do like that first effect, though. I feel like it could be very useful against some things. Just maybe going up against an extra link that doesn't have Goblin, because it gets around it very easily. You just need something for the Tri-Gate, and then you can just send it with this card. You can just fucking send it. You know what I'm saying? And then next we have World Dino Wrestling. This is the card that this guy searches. World Dino Wrestling, spell card. While you control a Dino Wrestler monster, each player can attack with only one monster during each battle phase. If your Dino Wrestler monster attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 200 attack during damage calculation only. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can banish this card from your graveyard, especially when Dino Wrestler monster from your deck, and then you can only use this effect with World Dino Wrestling once per turn. So it seems like this deck has the whole theme of basically like your opponent controls more monsters than you do, so I can do this. That's interesting. I don't think we've seen something like that in quite a while, and it gives, I think, a lot of decks going second a huge boost, because right now it just seems like, oh, I want to go first, create a huge board. So I like something that can be sort of splashed into a basic Dino deck right now, as it seems, and just thrive off them making those big boards to give you more pluses and stuff. I kind of like that. So yeah, while you control Dino Wrestler monster, each player can only attack with one monster. And then I guess that would be really good with this guy, so maybe you actually want to play more than this. I didn't even know what the field spell does. So now that I know that, maybe playing more of this guy wouldn't be bad, because he's pretty much going to live at that point if they can't attack again, because if you have the field spell in an ideal situation, hopefully you would have this in an ideal situation, they can OTK you, especially if you have something like this. Like, you gotta attack with one, unless of course they have a spell trap removal, but you know, it is what it is. And then if a Dino Wrestler monster attacks an opponent's monster, so if you're attacking, it gains 200 attack, so that helps to beat over some things. I guess that's nice. If your opponent controls more monsters than you need, banish this card from your grave. So if they destroy this, there's sort of a side effect to it. It's not immediate, it's sort of afterwards. So we've seen some field spell get their effect when they're destroyed, like Cosmotown's an example, I guess. Oh, you destroy it, I get to search, right? But this is like, if you destroy it, you put it in my grave to use, which is nice, I guess. So it's not immediately on destruction. Yeah, I can banish it, get the effect, then to special summon a Dino Wrestler monster from your deck. I like that card a lot. It's got a lot of versatility. I like it, especially with what some of these other cards can do. And if this card is special summon, you can search. Yeah, so basically, it seems like you want to banish this to summon this because that searches, and then you can just add this back immediately. I like that. Okay, I kind of understand now. I like it. Definitely good so far. And then this is the big boy. This is what I was looking forward to really check out. Dino Wrestler King T-Rextal. 2+ Dino Wrestler monsters. If this card battles, your opponent cannot activate spell trap cards until the end of the damage step. So it's like an Armades. I really like that. But if you use this boy for it, he's going to be at 4,000, and that's a lot of damage. 4,200 even. And then if you have the field cell up, like they literally have no choice but to attack Dino Wrestler King T-Rextal, because he's going to have 3k attack. Not many decks have huge beat monsters right now, so Yeah, kind of interesting there. We'll see. Let's see what else it does. Monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters for attacks except this one. So, like, actually, you don't even need the field spell for that. Maybe that's good for dodging around other, like, so like, maybe they don't, maybe you have this in, like, another monster, and you don't want to lose that monster. You can just use the fact, okay, no, you have to attack this. I like that. I like it. At the start of your opponent's battle phase, you can target one attack per monster your opponent controls. During this battle phase, other monsters cannot declare an attack unless your opponent declares an attack with that monster. Okay, so you can target an attack per monster your opponent controls. During this battle phase, other monsters cannot declare an attack unless your opponent declares an attack with that monster. So basically, if you have this is like your only monster. It seems like a very it's like weird. I don't know how this deck will be played. Like, it seems kind of interesting. It seems like you want to get maybe 1 or 2 monsters max on your board at a time. Imagine like this in Conductor Tyranno. Oof. That'd be very hard to deal with, I think. Basically target it big. You target the lowest monster big. Okay, if you had to attack with that, you had to crash, take some damage to allow your other monsters, maybe bigger monsters that want to attack. You know, they kind of gotta take some damage there, lose a monster in the process. I kind of like that. If that monster did not attack, destroy it and at the end of the battle phase. So it kind of, they lose it either way, it seems like. So I do like that effect. But right now, it seems like these are the only cards that we have to work with at the moment. But so far, it looks promising, especially when you take into account all the other Dino support that we have, like Petty Ranodon, Baby Ceresaurus, Miscellaneousaurus, Lost World. The list goes on. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, Coatlas. It just all seems very good. They're all generic. They're all dinos, but this small engine I feel like could be splashed to enhance any dino deck. So I'm very excited for this. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below on Dino Wrestlers. We're going to be coming out in Soul Fusion. Next, we'll be covering the Danger Archetype. Danger Zone. We're going to enter the Danger Zone, boys. Get ready for that. So, as always, leave a like if you enjoyed. And as always, guys, Winter Kill. Sign out. We'll see ya in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.